Hey guys, Tara here. Welcome back to Open Challenge. This time for episode number 18. And the car that's going today is actually one from last time, but it's not the car that it should be for this time. You see, I'm down to, from the leaderboard from last time, down to the 10th car. Oh, wait, no, is it? Actually, it's the 8th car, the Legrand Buggy. But that doesn't want to spawn in without just obliterating and crashing the game. And it's also the same for the other one as well. So I closed it and reopened it again. I did the exact same thing, so that's not going to be in any other rounds unless it decides to spawn then. So we're straight onto the car which was in 9th place, which is the FR16 low suspended. You see how this thing is literally, I think, touching the floor underneath it where the plank of wood is, and it's not too far off touching the floor where the rest of it is either. So yeah, this one is not going to like this first section whatsoever, and it's already sliding, because I forgot how the sliding these F1 cars are. That's the front wing already gone. That's not a surprise really, but this surprise is the rear wing actually survived. Now, am I going to have suspension damage from that? Probably, since literally the description of this car says designed for smooth, flat terrain and things like that. I mean, it's fairly smooth, but it's definitely not flagging out. The brakes there, going to lift off, so it actually gets the car turned. That actually worked pretty well. No, I mean, this corner, that's way too fast. But as crashes go, at like 100 mile an hour, could have been a lot worse. Now, does this thing still turn? Not really, into the trees. And that's where this car's going to stay, is it? No, I can get it out, but can I actually get it going anywhere again? Oh, that's weird. What was that? What was that flip? And now I'm stuck in the wall. That's definitely not how I thought the first run would go. Definitely the more spectacular of fails. But either way, that's the short attempt lap of this car gone. And this time the rear wing has broken as well, but it stayed attached to the car, and the front wing's actually near enough, I think, intact still. I mean, when I have the car there, the plates fell off. I mean, I don't know how aero affected this car really is. I mean, if it gets stuck under the car, then yeah, that'll be an aero challenge. But if it, like now, I'm going to brake here again. Actually, that's a bit too early. Got the car turned still, so I lost a little bit of time there. Oh no, done it again. Done the exact same thing last time. Thought I could get it stopped, and I can't. Right now, this thing's going to be very aerodynamically challenged now. That wheel, that's going to cause issues. That's a slide. That's a wall again. And that's going to be more spectacular flips. But it's the right way up, but there's literally no steering left. And oh, the nose of that car. Literally, I've turned it into a 2014 Mercedes with the angle of that nose. Again, need to go slower into that corner. I mean, I even slower way early on the brakes before that, so remember, I need to go about 4. That's good. That sign's try throwable. Not to say that's. I thought that was going to be game over instantly then. And by taking horrible lines like that, everything's actually survived on the car. I think the front wing is intact completely as well. Again, looks like this thing's really switched on the rear. Oh, that's a puncture. Just tapped the wall. And really, that's enough to give me a puncture. You know, this is the front wheel puncture as well. I think it might be. I think that might be a double puncture. And the brakes, oh, this thing's not turning now. Oh, dear God. That is impaled in the wall. That thing, it wasn't turning anyway. So I think the front tyre must have been punctured then as well. This thing is just getting so unlucky. I mean, that's the least distance made so far. And this time the wings are broken again. In the rear wing, I'm not exactly too bothered about that because this thing's pretty slidey on the rear anyway, so I doubt the rear wing is going to be making a whole lot of difference. It's just the concern is that front wing, because when it falls off, I mean like that, it's definitely going to fall off. If it gets stuck on any of the wheels and just literally lifts the car off the ground, or like punctures the tyres, or a bit of both, those front wheels just completely locked on the brakes. That's probably why it doesn't turn either, because locked wheels aren't going to turn, they're not going to stop either. And all the rear wings fell off there. That put the car a little bit off balance, so I think the wings do actually make a difference on this car. See, nice 100 mile an hour. I mean, managed to get that through as well. That's actually surprising that I think you can still get through that fast. And I'm going to get on the brakes now. Managed to make it. Oh, that's the car that's going to get away with that, though. And I'm actually up to the top section now. This is uncharted territory for this alien street. Oh, no, what was that? Oh, I completely ruined it then. I literally didn't even see that tree. I'm like, oh, that was on the line that I was going to take as well. I mean, this thing being up here so early, and that was completely my fault for once. I mean, they're all my fault, but I can't blame car damage for that one. And we got to go again. Apologies to the car, because that was definitely going to make it that time. And oh, screen freezes and straight on into the wilderness. We go, and oh, the front wing is inverted now, and is actually stopping the wheels from turning. I mean, that's, like I said last time, that's the problem I was fearing with this car. I mean, it can stay stuck in that tyre if it wants to. That's not going to make a whole lot of difference. This run, though, is going to be a lot slower than the last one. Mainly because all the screen freezes adding time on as well. And it's not, it was doing about 150 at this point last time, now it's doing just over 100 now. I'm going to get on the brakes now because this thing's not going to... Oh no, this thing's not turn! And what happened there? Besides, it's obliterating again. You know, then it's like, it went straight on, obviously, into that bush, and then just like, bounced out of it again. I mean, that's, not what I expected to happen. And now I need to remember, when that rear wing falls off, I'm going to get a momentary slide as the downforce that was on the rear of the car just completely disappeared. And that's the wall again, but oh, that's a puncture again, I think. Or maybe just deform the tyre, but I'm guessing it's going rather slowly as well, so I guess that's a puncture. The wing's stuck under the wheel again, so you need to go even slower into the corners this time. That's enough to get the car turned. That's a bit of a slide, but I'd rather a slide than the oversteer, but then it's got the understeer into the wall. And oh no, screen freezes. The front wing, I think, may have just actually beached the car now. Can I get this thing turned around? I mean, the wheel speed says it's enough, because that's what I go off, wheel speed. No, actually, that might do it. And no, I've just actually got the car stuck now, have I? Yeah, so it went from being beached by itself to being beached by me. And how the thing is falling from grace, like in like a few minutes. It was so going to make it on that run, I'm pretty sure of it. I mean, the fuel tank wasn't broken, the wheels are all pointing in the correct direction. I don't think the wheels actually had any damage or anything of notice anyway. You know, sure, it may have been a little bit tweaked from those jumps there, and the various other knocks and that. You know, and that front wing, I don't like the angle it's pointing at, or rather it have already fallen. Why is the rear wing going backward? That's a first. I never had... Oh, there's a obliterate screen freeze! Oh, jump the wall! And that's not going to survive. That's not going to slow this one down, even if it does survive. The front of the wing, the front of the nose is going to be ploughed into the ground anyway, and that was a massive impact. The car's literally just become a banana. And yeah, the rear wing, I had a feeling it was going to fly off, honestly, because of it pointing out backwards, which I've never seen it do before on this one or the rally one. Actually, any of the... Well, I don't think the FR70 can actually do it. But yeah, that's a first, and now I know what will happen if it does that. Next time you go on the brakes, the rear wing is just going to completely implode. But this time it stayed attached, so I don't think it's actually going to... I don't see any reason why it would fall off from now on. So unless the front wing may get caught in it, but under any normal situation, that's not going to fall off. And on the brakes once again. That's a good line that time now on the brakes. Just dab it around the corner. I can carry the speed through if I have the wing attached and haven't got the wheels locked up. So that's what I was going for the other times. Well, get the car turned. Yes, we can. Just keep if I don't keep it as one steering movement, that seems to be the way to do it. Just have it as gentle, gradual movements. And it seems to be going okay. And how is that front wing still attached? 150 mph plus. Oh, that's a curbing. I tried to take too much of a line. And I just tried to straight line it too much. And I've ruined it again for this car. I mean, the rear wing is actually still attached as well. I mean, I'm just not used to having a good car at that point of the lap. Usually it's all just bent up and pulling in different directions. So I'm used to just having to react to that car. This, I'm trying to do it as if it was a perfect car, which, for what matters, it still is. So steering in that, I'm trying to take racing lines that I've never taken before with anything else, pretty much, or definitely nothing at this speed anyway. And the rear wing is going to stay attached. The front wing is causing issues, but I can get away with that. Now I'm going to carry it about 60-70 mph around that corner, and that is definitely, I've definitely got that first bit nailed down now. Damage depending on that. And now screen freezes. Oh no, the car just wouldn't turn. It just would not turn. And now the rear wing's gone. That rear tyre is destroyed. And I think this is going to spell the end for this run as well. But I can get it going though. Oh, screen freeze. That would have carried on going fine if it wasn't that screen freeze. I think the game just has it out for this car now as well. You know, was it just punishing me? Yet this thing isn't turning anymore. Yeah, I feel like that would have been slow, but I feel like it could have possibly made it if it was carrying on the way it was like that. And then the rear wing, good, still attached. The front wing, yeah, it's a bit iffy, but it'll fall off at some point, I imagine. When you didn't last time, before I just ploughed it into the side of the cliff. That's a little slide. That's going to cost you time. That's a puncture. That's not what I need. That's the wing gone. That's a tree. That all happened very quickly. Now then, it's the inverted Tyrrell, because now I've got 2 rear wheels instead of 2 front wheels on one side. Oh no, that's the oh no. Why was that? Oh, that wheel is actually scaring me. Now, can I get this thing turned? Yes, I can. Is it still going to turn right? No. Can I get it? No. I realised too late that it wasn't going to turn right. Because the wheel was still attached on that side, it would probably turn that way. Turns out, it wasn't gonna. And it's the simple cars that I always end up having the most trouble with, because I try and just like overdrive them. And this thing should have made it on, like, what was it, the 4th, 5th attempt? And here we are still, after 10 minutes, which is what I tried to make the video length for. So hopefully I can try and get a run out of this thing fairly quickly. Because otherwise we go back up to the old lengths of about 20 minutes plus, when I used to do, what was that, 3, maybe even sometimes 4 cars in a round. But let's not get a screen freeze here, get on the braking, make that kind of good. And around here as well, I'm going to carry 80 mile an hour. I can definitely do that. It's a bit of understeer though. But managed to get away with it. Could have gone faster though. That's the wing at an awkward angle now. I think, oh no, it's got stuck again. Why is that? Wait, why did the right front brake in that situation? Nothing hit it. I mean, the wing flying off maybe took out the suspension, I guess, but it all happened too quickly for me to actually see what happened. Now then, this thing is going rather slowly, and the screen freezers aren't exactly helping either. Now this thing going slower than what it would normally might actually be an advantage for it, although the turning physics of this car now are rather interesting, to say the least, because I don't actually know how the front wheels are actually still turning. That's the bump. I completely forgot about the bump. Get on the brakes and get this thing turned just about. Now you've got one more corner to go, just graze the wall, going to get away with that. Now then, it's going to be now trying. I just need to say 20 mile an hour over the line, and we've made it, and that's over the wall. I've jumped the wall. I've jumped the petrol station. That's a flip, and well, that's the first. I've never actually flipped a car over that before. I mean, that is style points, yeah. But it doesn't take anything off the actual time of the run, so get it back on its wheels. Hopefully it still works, because I always end by driving the car into the river. Now, is it going to be beached? No, it's not beached, so get it turned around and get it turned towards the river. It still turns on one wheel. And now then it's made it into the water, and somehow it's not drowning the engine. I mean, there's water going in the side pod, so the engine wouldn't be working for much longer. But yeah, if you enjoyed this round with this very awkward car, which well, it shouldn't even have been this one this time anyway. But it is what it is. I can't control cars loading, or in this case, not loading. Leave a like on the video. Leave a comment down below as well. I'll put those on the screen now as well. Yeah, so leave a comment down below as well. Subscribe if you're new and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my future uploads. Remember to give me a follow on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. All of them will be linked in the description down below as well. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.